Good afternoon again, everybody. What do you say, 19.4 billion rand? 19.4 billion rand industry. I don't know about you, but that made me sit up and pay attention, as we get close to lunch. I'm here to give you a global ship owner's view. I am a South African master mariner. My career has taken me through many places, and at the moment I work for a company called MOL, Mitsui Ocean Lines. And I work for Fairfield Chemical Carriers. We are a wholly owned subsidiary of MOL Chemical Tankers. We were actually taken over by them 2 months ago. We've been in operation as Fairfield since 1996. We have a daughter company here in South Africa, Fairfield Chemicals South Africa, which is a BEE certified company. We ship for a major South African chemical company with all of their exports out of Durban, Richards Bay. On top of that, we, as part of our social responsibility, is training South African cadet seafarers. At the moment, we have 4 cadets on board our ships, and we have one officer, one third officer. But that is just the South African part of the business. The rest of our business, the 36 ships in my sphere of influence, trade worldwide, globally, for all major players, chemical carriers, palm oil manufacturers, oil majors. One of the things that kind of struck me in the last few months was history repeats itself. On the 5th of June, 1967, the Six-Day War closed the Suez Canal for exactly 8 years. That meant ships had to be rerouted around the Cape of Good Hope. South Africa, as the maritime country, was the obvious place for bunkers, victualling, repairs, fresh water, crew changes. And this was a tremendous boon for South Africa. If you speak, in my early days of my career in the 1990s, there were some of the old seafarers who used to talk about Durban East. And that was, you have Durban North, Durban East was the anchorage. As far as I could see off this horizon were ships waiting for services. History repeating itself, the Red Sea is not totally closed, but a lot of responsible ship owners are actually, in interest of safety of their cargo, their crews, and their ships, are rerouting around the Cape of Good Hope. That's all due to the geopolitical events of the Houthi rebels firing missiles at ships that they believe to be Israeli owned. This year alone, we've had 4 ships rerouted around the Cape. One of them actually loaded in Constanza in the Black Sea, going to India. It came all the way across the Mediterranean through Gibraltar, right around the whole of the African continent, up to India. Every week I ask my bunker manager what's happening in Algoa Bay, and I hear SAMSA and SARS. That's all I hear from him. He's an American. He doesn't quite understand who SAMSA and SARS actually are. But that's the short answer. To the point of Nomkita and Kurt, that the rest of the world is watching. There's a big world out there, and they don't always understand what's going on down here. 4 ships, at least one a month, out of our small fleet of 34, and that's not counting the bigger fleet in our company, the larger fleet in our company, and other operators. 4 ships have blown past South Africa, where they could have stopped for bunkers. They've gone to Mauritius, Port Louis, Walvis Bay, and the last one this week is going up to Cape Verde. She's got enough to make it to Cape Verde Islands. She's pushing on through. Bottom line is, you're going on a long road trip. You need your petrol stations. You need your Shell Ultra City. Ships are no different. So we do need those petrol stations for the ships. As far as the bunker infrastructure goes, it's there. It's there. Build it and they will come. If it's there and we open up those gates, that would allow South Africa to tap into that huge amount of money that's passing our shores. Basis this on a strong foundation of safety and environmental protection, I think there's a great possibility to build a very, very good business plan and to make very, very good business for the country, including that job creation that I know the Eastern Cape really battles with historically over the years. One thing Selma mentioned, innovation. I've heard everybody talk about oil spills. I've heard oil. On the horizon are the alternative fuels. In the next couple of weeks, Fairfield Chemical Carriers are going to take delivery of our first J25 dual fuel. Dual fuel means it's burning LNG, liquid natural gas. If there was a gas station, literally a gas station, in somewhere like Algoa Bay, our ships would stop there. The beauty of these new fuels is you spill it, they've got all sorts of automatic shutoffs. This is high-tech stuff, and it's gas. There's no oil that will damage any of the penguins. Other alternative fuels, just talking about innovation, a lot of companies using methanol, biodiesel. The biodiesel, the FAMEs, the fatty acid methyl esters are big. And just last year, MAN BW, the big engine manufacturer in Copenhagen, got the first ship, the first engine, 4-cylinder engine, to run 1 cylinder on ammonia. So these are all the things that are coming up in the future. In other countries like Europe, there's a very big push on reducing carbon emissions. And these are the things too that don't just look at oil, look one step ahead to other alternative fuels like LNG. That's all I have. Thank you very much for your attention.